Welcome back to the show, everyone. Do you know what the advantages might be to move into an assisted living community? Well, here to tell us from Heritage Pointe, welcome Georgiana, otherwise known as Georgie Mendez, and Heather Ezel. Pronounce that correctly?
Ezel.
Ezel.
Yes.
That's much more pretty than I said. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
It's your first time here at the studio. Welcome again. Let's talk about Heritage Pointe. I personally don't know anything about it, and maybe our viewers don't either, so we'll just dive right on in. Tell us, what are some of the advantages of living in an assisted living community?
I think the most important advantage of living in an assisted living community is the socialization aspect.
Yes.
So residents make friends easily. We have a very warm, welcoming group of residents that currently live there. We have a welcoming committee. We have activities. So when a new resident moves in, they're quickly acclimated and introduced to fellow residents so that they can, eat dinner together, eat lunch together, play bingo, and join a variety of activities that are offered every day there.
So much like Laguna Woods Village, where they've got a lot of opportunities to make friends, to get out there and socialize, whether it's sports or dinners or theater or concerts. So that's really important to keep that friendship going, right?
Right, that socialization part is really important. There's also the peace of mind, the safety that we have there, because we have 24/7 staffing. Okay. So we have caregivers and medication technicians that provide and monitor and provide the medication to the residents. So that's a big part of it too, is the safety. They're also assisted with their activities of daily living. So they're assisted with showers and escorting, transfers, and any other, medical DME equipment that we can help them navigate through the community with.
Right, so they don't really feel isolated, right? Because they know that someone's looking after them and after their needs.
Yeah.
And it's, because a lot of times I've seen and I've heard that when you're kind of by yourself, the more you're by yourself, the more you're by yourself, right?
Right.
You sort of recluse inward,
Correct.
right? And the longer that you stay within your own confines, an apartment, or you just sort of lose touch with the outside world. So at Heritage Pointe, people are constantly coming and going, right?
Yes.
And assisting those residents who are living there. So if somebody does decide to move in to Heritage Pointe, Heather, what's the move-in process like? Can you walk us through that?
Of course. So the move-in process is you're going to hopefully reach out to Heritage Pointe, and you're going to set up an appointment to schedule a tour. So you'll come in, whether it's the resident or the prospect themselves or with their family. They'll come in, and our sales department will take them around the community. They'll show them the activities and where our dining room is, and just kind of give them a layout of what Heritage Pointe has to offer. At that point, they will hopefully pick an apartment. And then the financial piece of it goes into place to secure the apartment. And then we will have the resident reach out to their primary care physician, because they'll need a physician, like a physician assessment. Okay. And that's going to let us know what we can help the resident with and fulfill kind of like what their medical necessities are. Even though we're not a medical community, we're a socialization, we're a social model. But as far as like if they have any DME, if they have oxygen, things like that. Okay. And so once that happens, then you have move-in day. And then furniture's moved in, the residents moved in, the welcoming committee is scheduled. I go in there personally to give them their emergency pendant that they have, that they'll need to wear around the community. And then after that, you kind of settle in. We'll do an assessment to see if there's any changes that have been made or need to be made or updated. And then we do a lot of reach out to the family with updates as far as how mom and dad are doing, making sure they're getting into activities, and making sure they're meeting all of the other residents, because that is really one of the most important things that we need for our seniors,
Right.
is
right.
continue to socialize.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So a little bit of an interruption in life while you're getting settled in, and then you're just going to fire right back up,
Right, exactly, exactly.
Now, Georgette, how long have you been working at Heritage Pointe?
So I was there in 22, retired in 24, but returned in 25 per the board request. So I'm happy to be back. It was one of those positions in my career where I definitely regretted retiring. I really do enjoy working there. I have a great staff, and the residents are all great. So I'm very thankful to be back.
Fantastic. What about you, Heather? What's your history with Heritage?
I will be there 4 years in April, so I've loved every minute. I started there kind of the height of COVID, and I started at the front desk, and that's when I realized like my love for seniors. I had a very close relationship with my grandmother, and so I fell in love with them, and I haven't left.
Now you have a whole community.
I have 100 plus.
That's fantastic. That sort of brings me to my next question is, you form these bonds and these relationships, right, between staff and community, and that really does turn into a true friendship a lot of the time.
Yes.
If somebody does become really good friends with staff members at Heritage Pointe, is there a turnover of staff? I mean, is there a large turnover of staff, or is it pretty consistent?
There is not a large turnover of staff. We have staff members like Heather who have been there for 4 years, and then we have med techs that have been there 20 plus years.
Wow.
So there really isn't a large turnover there. Of course, there is turnover, but not a large percentage. We try to keep everyone set up for success, all the employees, and engaged in their jobs so that they feel like they're doing a good job, and then, of course, pass that on to the resident. But you're right, there are relationships there. There's no doubt about it.
Right,
Residents come to have their favorite employee. So, yeah.
You sort of form that bond, right?
Right.
Right.
It's nothing that you sort of set out to do. It just naturally
It just
happens.
naturally, it's so organic.
Yeah, exactly.
You're working with them daily, you're meeting their families, you're getting, close to their families. And so it's definitely an organic relationship that is built.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything exciting happening in the near future there at Heritage?
So we're in the middle of beginning our Passover season. So that is definitely a big week-long celebration of different events and dinner and things like that. So that's the more recent one that we're coming up with.
Fantastic. Yeah. Is there a waiting list if somebody wanted to move in, quickly, or what's that process like? Is it a month out, 2 months out, 3 months out, or do you ever know?
We do not have a wait list at this time. It depends on the size of the apartment that they want, though. So we're out of 2 bedrooms. We're almost out of studios, but we do have 1-bedroom apartments available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah. And I'm super excited to say about what's new at Heritage Pointe. We just have our pizza oven that was installed.
Oh, I'll be right over.
So, the pizza oven is
going to be a hit.
Yeah, off to a good start. Yeah, huge. It's huge over there right now. So, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. There's
Yeah.
nothing better than a hot, bubbly, crusted pizza coming out of
Right?
that pizza oven.
Exactly.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you being here and all the information on Heritage Pointe.
Thank you for having us.
having us.
Thank you. You're watching This Day on Village TV. We'll be back after these messages.